Okay, I'm coming up with a pork stir fry today. These are the pork pieces that I had gotten out of my sausage. These are beautiful pieces from the middle of a pork loin. And I'm going to put them into very tiny pieces, very small pieces, hardly any fat in these. Very small, thin slices, pieces. I'm going to marinate. Okay, there's my pork, beautiful, no fat. To that I'm going to add a little tamari sauce. Just a little tamari sauce. Some apple cider vinegar. And a little sesame oil. Okay. To that also, on my hand. I'm going to add some ground cumin. Just a little. Just a little. Now I'm going to stir this up. I'm also going to put in here some ground ginger. I'm going to slice up some ginger and put it into little pieces in there. I've peeled the ginger and now I'm going to slice it very thin and put it in with the pork to marinate. Slicing the ginger, just tiny little pieces across the fibers. Just like that, nice little pieces. Throw it in with the pork, the whole thing. Now I'm going to cut up green pepper, Italian peppers, into pieces, and celery and onion. And of course the garlic I will have ready and a hot pepper. And I will cut all this up and then I will also shred half a head of cabbage. That'll be my vegetables to go in with my pork. Cutting the celery. Found a good way to do it. Put them all together like this. Get them nice and thin. Stack them up. I'm going to throw a couple carrots in there. I've just skinned the carrots, and I'm going to, just to give it some color, I'm going to cut these and put them into little pieces just to add color to the stir fry so it doesn't look so green. Also cutting up an onion in this. A nice sweet onion, a Vidalia onion. I'm just going to cut up into little pieces. Easier by hand for me. I'm going to shred the cabbage. Take my cabbage, take the core of it out like this. That's the tough part. And then I'm going to take my other knife, a nice little knife like this, and as thin as I can. I'm going to take my garlic, a couple cloves of garlic right here, and I'm going to put them in my little machine here and crush them up. So I put them in little pieces. You can use bought crushed garlic if you want in a jar. It's not as good as fresh, because fresh really gives a kick to it. So I'm going to put this in my press and do my garlic press, and I'll start throwing everything together. Okay, now I'm going to take a pound of bacon. And because it says Best By 11/01/15, and that's today. So let's just cut this up into pieces. I'm going to put it in my electric fry pan and fry up the bacon until it's golden brown. Okay, the bacon is cooked. I took it out of the pan. I took half of the grease out of the pan. There's the bacon grease out of the pan, setting that aside, and I left some bacon grease in here now. First thing I'm going to do is get it nice and hot, and I'm going to throw in my pork that's been marinating here since I started cutting up vegetables, which took a long time. So if you want to do this, you might want to do the vegetables the night before, or take your time and do them when you're watching TV or something else. So here goes. Okay, that's nice and hot now, and here comes the pork in some bacon grease with all that juice that it was sitting in. Alrighty. pork is all cooked, I'm going to just take this and dump this into the bowl, back to the bowl, which I washed. So there's nothing in it. So there's just the pork. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to add some of the juice here, the rest of the bacon grease, and I'm going to let it come up to heat, and I'm going to throw the cabbage in. So it'll be fried cabbage in with that. Let's get that up to heat. Okay. Taste that. Okay. Needs salt. Okay. Here's the cabbage. That cabbage, that's not right. I'm gonna get cabbage. Cabbage, onions, celery, green peppers. Cover it just a tad, just to get it cooking a little bit more. Now there's the vegetables. They're looking al dente, cooked al dente. So I'm going to throw the bacon in there now. And I'm going to also throw in meat here, the pork. I'm going to put all that juice in from the pork. I'm just going to let that meat there go in with the pork. So we're frying it still, not boiling it. Just put the meat in there with no liquid in there from the meat, but just the liquid that's from the vegetables and the bacon grease. And that looks absolutely delicious. I'm going to have my taste tester in a minute to taste it and see how it tastes. But it looks delicious. Now it's probably bland. I know it needs salt. It also needs garlic. So now we're going to put this in here. I'm going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just a little bit with that garlic, just to mix it up. Okay? So we're adding a little bit of apple cider vinegar with this garlic to mix it up so it'll blend in. And then we pour it all on the top, just like that. And then stir it in.